With that, we'll move on to our action agenda, item 2.1, Vice Chancellor Troy.
President Himmelstein, Chancellor Scott, members, good morning. The item before you at this time is item 2.1, which refers to the Mount San Antonio Community College District's request for fiscal independence. Fiscal independence sounds like a very major term, but really it's a fairly narrow request. What this does is it allows the district to issue warrants from the county treasury without having to go through the county superintendent of schools or the county auditor's office. In order to trigger this, this recommendation, the district has to first go to the county, make the request, and the county then provides for, actually at the district's expense, for an independent CPA to review the auditing controls and fiscal management practices of the district. The specific issues that the CPA looks are detailed beginning on the bottom of page 2. It looks at whether the district has been able to maintain adequate reserves over the prior 5 fiscal years. It ensures that the district makes expenditures in accord with statute and with their Board of Governors' direction, that the district has adequate internal controls, and that the accounting, budgeting, contract staff, and other personnel exercise independent judgment enough to ensure the legality and propriety of their transactions. The report by the CPA indicated there is no reason not to support the recommendation. The county superintendent and auditor's office from LA do support this recommendation, and given that information that we've reviewed from that independent CPA, we similarly will make the recommendation to grant the district fiscal independence. With us here today are representatives from the district. We have Mike Gregoric, who's the Vice President of Administrative Services, and also Linda Baldwin. So I turn it over to them for a couple of comments if they care to make one.
The only comment that we'd have, this has been a process that we've been working on for about 3 years. When we went with the SunGuard Banner Enterprise Application System, it set up an integrated database for us, of which our county Office of Education could not deal with because we integrate student into HR and payroll and the commercial warrants. And so we became accountable in 2009, and now we're asking for fiscal independence for effective July of 2012.
Member Baum.
First off, I want to move adoption of the recommendation.
Okay.
And then
Second by Member Hawkins. Comments?
I wanted to move adoption of the recommendation. I forgot to turn my mic on. One is, I just have questions too. What is the benefit to a district? Is there a cost savings that is significant? What can a district expect to receive as a result of independence?
Well, for us, it was 2 things. One was the integrated database, which is very important, so that all the information, whether it's in the student system, in the fiscal system, it all speaks to each other. With the county, we didn't have that operation. The second piece is we paid LA County Office of Education about $350,000 annually.
Wow.
And we're not going to be paying that anymore. And that was a combination of being accountable and independent.
And then as a broader policy recommendation, is this something we should be encouraging more districts to move towards financial independence, and what are the barriers to that?
We've already granted that status, I believe, to 8 other districts at this time. I think Mount Sac would be the 9th, but I would agree with you that maybe this is something we can communicate to the districts, that this is an option to them, assuming that they have appropriate, adequate fiscal management practices. This might be something they want to look into to achieve those efficiencies.
So business officers up and down the state know about this as an option? Oh, yeah.
I'm not sure what their knowledge is of this subject, honestly, but I think probably more of them should.
Yeah, I believe they do know. One of the issues that comes up is, do you really have an integrated database management information system? And so if they don't, then the answer is no, then they can't go this route. Mm-hmm. But in that we do, we set up our own fiscal controls, and so it's working very well for Mount Sac.
Thank you.
So just a couple questions. One, do you have, knowing of the cuts that all colleges have made and the infrastructure that has been chopped away, you feel you can do this adequately, and are you going to, do you take some of that $350,000 and beef up your staff, or is this software and hardware that you have able to handle it without the added staff?
To Linda's credit, Linda is our Associate Vice President for Fiscal Services. She has not added staff. And we took on this huge undertaking with the new management information system. So we don't intend to hire any new staff in these times in particular.
Sure.
Would it be nice? Of course it'd be nice, but it's not on the list.
Right, and so that savings can be spent elsewhere.
Can be real savings.
Vice
I would
Chancellor.
note, if you have any concerns that they did not, for example, have adequate staff in these difficult times to conduct their practices in an appropriate manner, I know that the board does have control to rescind authority for that. We do review the annual audits. If there's indications in the future that the fiscal management practices are inadequate,
No,
we can make a recommendation.
Yeah, no,
to
I
pull
was
it back.
just more interested. That's taking on a big piece, and I was curious with all of the cuts that colleges have faced. I find it terrific that you're able to handle that without having to add staff. Other comments or questions from members? So we have a motion by member Baum, a second by member Hawkins. All in favor?
Aye.
Opposed? Abstentions? Member Baca.
Thank you very much.
Congratulations.